Hi, Nana's thinking about you. This book is called The Sniffles for Bear. He must have a cold. Poor bear. Nobody likes cold. Bear was sick. Very, very sick. His eyes were red. His snout was red. His throat was sore and gruffly. In fact, Bear was quite sure no one had ever been as sick as he. Doesn't even show Bear in that picture, does it? One morning, Bear heard a tap, tap, tapping on his front door. "Come in," he rasped. There he is, all sick in his chair. When you have a stuffed up nose, you can't even talk right, can you? Mouse, small and gray and bright-eyed, bustled into Bear's living room. Bear huddled in his chair, big and brown and sniffly snouted. He had a terrible cold. "I am come," declared Mouse. "Soon you'll be good as new." Bear frowned. Mouse was much too cheerful. Ah, I see him. You see Mouse right there? He has his doctor's bag. There's Bear, all sick in his chair. "I'm quite ill," Bear reminded him. "Indeed," said Mouse. "I have just the thing." Mouse rifled through his bag, then settled next to Bear with a yellow book in his paw. It was spring, Mouse read. The sky was blue, the sun was happy, all the birds were singing. So Mouse is reading to Bear. Do you like to be read to when you're sick? I think I do, if it's a really good story. "Stop," growled Bear. "I fear you do not appreciate the gravity of my situation." Mouse looked sad, but his tail didn't. "In fact, I may not be long for this world," Bear huffed. "Oh my," Mouse said. "Yes," Bear murmured, coughing pitifully. "I grow weaker by the moment." "Ah, I have just the thing," Mouse announced. "I shall soothe you with a song. Ooh, she'll be coming round the mountain when she comes. She'll be coming round the mountain when she comes. She'll be coming." "Disgraceful," barked Bear. There he is, singing at the top of his lungs. "Don't you like my singing?" asked Mouse. "When someone is dreadfully ill, you sing mournful songs. Everyone knows that," growled Bear. He blew his nose with a honk. "I have just the thing," Mouse said. Mournful songs are sad songs, slow songs. That's what he was saying you sing when someone's sick. He rifled through his bag. Plunk, plink, plunkety, twing, twang, plunk. Mouse strummed heartily on his tiny banjo. "That isn't mournful at all," cried Bear. "It gets sad later," Mouse promised. "Twing, twang, plunk." There he is, his little banjo. "This is impossible, intolerable." Bear started to roar, but he was too weak. "Look," Bear wheezed. "Look at how my paw is trembling. You must help me to my bed." And indeed, Mouse was most helpful. Got Mouse tugging on him the stairs. Do you think he'll make it? I don't think he'll make it. It's a big load for Mouse. He tucked Bear in, then whisked out the bedroom door. He returned, balancing a big bowl of soup on his head. Nettle soup, Mouse said. I made it myself. Bear sipped cautiously. It was hot and tasted a bit like spinach and straw. Bear rather liked it. Bear's eyes began to close. Better? Inquired Mouse. Bear's eyes snapped open. Certainly not. I think I should make a will. A will is a piece of paper that says what you want to do with all your things when you die. Bear thinks he's dying. Who would you want all your toys to go to, and who do you want to have your bike and that kind of thing? Ah, I have just the thing, said Mouse, fetching a pencil and little notebook from his bag. He perched next to Bear, his pencil poised to write. Bear gazed thoughtfully at the ceiling. I, Bear, he said, leave my red roller skates to... Here they are, making out Bear's will. Bear paused. Mouse leaned forward eagerly. To Mouse, announced Bear. Hooray, says Mouse. So Mouse gets Bear's red roller skates. Wow. Bear frowned. You needn't be so happy about it. I also leave my mop to Mouse, he added quickly. Mouse didn't look as interested in that. And my wash bucket, added Bear. At last, Mouse seemed to understand the gravity of the situation. Anything else? Asked Mouse. I'm too weak to go on, said Bear. Perhaps I could just add your tea kettle, said Mouse helpfully. There's Bear. Oh, this one's first, I guess. No, this one's first. Sorry. They're both kind of similar. Have you no decency? Bellowed Bear, sitting bolt upright. Your strength has returned, Mouse exclaimed. What made Bear sit up so quickly, do you think? I don't know. Maybe we'll find out. No, it hasn't, said Bear, falling back. That was just the last flicker before the dark. I see. Mouse folded his paws and looked very sad, even his tail. Bear's voice dropped to a whisper. Farewell, Mouse. Goodbye, Bear, murmured Mouse. Bear closed his eyes and he lay very still. He began to snore. After a long while, Bear opened his eyes. He saw a mouse. I feel better, Bear said. Mouse nodded, but he didn't look so good. His eyes were watery, and he made sniffling sounds. You see Mouse right there? Bear feels better, but now Mouse is sniffling. Perhaps you better lie down, said Bear, getting out of bed. Mouse didn't argue. Do you want to make a will? Bear asked. Mouse shook his head. Bear carefully tucked him in. I'm sorry you're sick, said Bear. Thank you, Bear, Mouse sniffled. And after a moment he added, that was just the ting. Bear smiled. Mouse closed his eyes and was soon snug asleep. I think Mouse caught a cold from Bear, don't you think? Mouse tried so hard to take care of Bear and make him feel better, help him feel better. And now Bear is going to try and help Mouse feel better. That's what friends do. Thanks for listening. I love you guys. Mwah.